What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And welcome to the knife sale. This first part of the video is just going to be me going over the rules for anyone that is new and has not been here for a previous knife sale. Everything is the same as all the previous knife sales if you've been here for them in the past. Other than one thing I'm going to let you guys know, it's always kind of been there, but I don't think I've ever said it before, is that feel free to contact me and make an offer on a knife, or multiple knives, especially multiple. If there's several you want to make an offer, feel free to do that. Worst thing that can happen is the seller will say no. So for anyone that's new, that doesn't know how this works, there in the description of this video, you will see an email address. It's not my normal email address. It's an email address just for knife sales. It's bedcknifesale@gmail.com. Bravo Echo Delta Charlie knifesale@gmail.com. Email me there if you want to buy a knife or knives. If you buy more than one knife, you get $5 off each knife purchased, unless you make an offer and we figure something out. That's just say you pick 3 knives, you want them. You get $15 off if you buy 3. If you buy 5, you get $25 off. All knives will be shipped USPS priority mail the following business day after payment has been received. If you start to watch the video, or say at the beginning, you know there's a certain knife you want, right? But you want to see what else is available, go ahead and send me an email. Say you wanted the Grant Gripper. I want the Grant Gripper, but I want to watch the video and see what else there is. Send me an email, and I will put pending next to that knife and let you watch everything and see if there's anything else you want to buy. Trying to think. I always forget to say something during these intros to the knife sales. Yeah, everything includes the shipping cost. You get $5. PayPal friends and family is the only payment accepted. I understand if you're new and you don't want to use PayPal friends and family, but if you make payment with PayPal goods and services, your payment will be refunded. I've done lots of these knife sales. No one's ever been ripped off. I've sold thousands of knives at this point. You'll get what you pay for. But if you aren't comfortable using friends and family, I get it. Don't send payment with goods and services. Your payment will be refunded, and the knife will still be available to someone else to purchase. I think that is about it. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Let me know. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope everyone sees something they want to buy. There's some great deals in this sale. And I'm going to stop the video right now. It's going to show my logo to go to the next part of the video with this first batch of knives. You're going to see that periodically throughout the video because I can only fit so many on my desk. I have to stop, clear them off, and bring out the next set of knives. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in just a moment. All right, everybody, let's jump right in. First knife up is that Brass Brigade gripper, Jason Grant gripper, I believe it is. Beautiful knife, beast of a knife. If you don't know what this one is, I'm not sure what to tell you. M390 blade steel, titanium frame lock, excellent action. Has the COA in the pouch over there. It does come with this pouch. I believe it came with a different pouch originally, but this is when it comes in with the, it has some brass or bronze pivot collars that come with it, and the certificate of authenticity in there. Price on the gripper is going to be $300. All right, next up we have the Civivi Imperium 9CR Damascus green micarta scales. Very good action, amazing action actually. I love this knife, such a good knife. Yeah, really like this one. Price on this one is going to be $75. Next up, we have the Civivi Brigand, B-R-I-G-A-N-D. Again, 9CR Damascus. Awesome knife. Civivi for the money, I'm telling you. They do amazing things. G10 scales on this one. Price on this one is going to be $65. Next up, everybody knows this knife, the Civivi Cogent. This one has a great ting on the open. I'm not sure if the mic will pick it up, but great ting. Excellent condition. All the knives so far you've seen are in excellent condition. Most of all you're going to see are going to be. The Cogent is 14C28N, G10 scale, $65. Next up we have the Civivi Exarch. It has G10 scales with pill ply carbon fiber. This one is 9CR Damascus also. Beautiful condition. Front flipper only. I love a front flipper. Price on the Exarch is going to be $75. Next up we have the button lock Elementum. Stonewash finish. Brown micarta scales. 14C28N blade steel. This one's a button lock only, so have to hit the button to get the blade to come out and to close the blade. Great action on it though. Very lightweight, very smooth. 14C28N. Price on the Elementum is $60. Next up we have the CRKT Pilar III. Pilar III. Hold on a second, guys. I'm doing it a little differently. I gotta adjust this light so I can actually see my spreadsheet on the computer screen here. D2 steel in this one. G10 scale on the show side. Stainless steel frame lock. Excellent condition. I have videos for almost all these knives that you're going to see today. So if you want to go back and look through my videos, you can find them and see a little more details about each one. Price on the Pilar III is going to be $50. Next up, we have the CRKT CEO. This is the 7096 CEO that has the thumb stud action. Really like this knife. It's like a really sharp letter opener. Price on the 7096, which is 8CR 13 MOV and G10 scales, is $35. Then we have the 7097 also. This one was thumb stud. This one is flipper. This one is AUS 8 blade steel. G10 again. Price on this one is also $35. Next up we have a beast of a knife. The Kershaw Natrix XL in copper. And those are two solid slabs of copper. Anyone else love the way copper makes your hand smell, or am I just crazy? I love the way it makes my hand smell for some reason. D2 steel. Price on the Natrix XL is going to be $55. Beast of a knife. You could chop a tree down with this thing, and I am not exaggerating. Absolutely amazing. The copper has already started to patina a little bit, but man, a forced patina on this thing would be amazing. All right, next we're going to move up to some Kizers. We have a Cormorant V2. This is the 3V version with the brown micarta scales. Trying to reflect the light so you guys can see everything here. Very fun to play with. Extremely fidgety knife. Every deployment option there is available you get with this one. Price on the Cormorant V2 and 3V is $100. Next we have a Kizer Sheepdog XL. This one does show a little bit of use on here. Some cutting marks on the black wash. Micarta scales. This one is 154 CM blade steel. Ridiculously good action. $60 on the Kizer Sheepdog. Next up we have the Kizer Grazioso. I figured out how to pronounce it thanks to you guys out there. This copper is already starting to patina a little bit and turning red. You guys see that? It's beautiful. Black G10. The Grazioso is N690 blade steel, and the price on it is going to be $60. Yeah, great action on this knife. Take a look at the blade. Yeah, excellent condition. Next up, The Kizer Feist with the shred carbon fiber. Weighs next to nothing. S35VN blade steel in this one. This one's a still. I gotta tell you, this one's a still. It really is. $85. Brand new. Never used. S35VN. Shred carbon fiber. Titanium pocket clip. Weighs next to nothing. I love the Feist. One of my favorite knives, actually. The knife I learned to front flip with is the Kizer Feist. So good. Oh, as I miss it. I'm looking through a camera trying to do this. Keep that in mind. Next up, we have Kizer Original Button Lock. This one is a Mojave Outdoors exclusive. Green anodized aluminum scales. Blade steel is 154 cm. Super smooth. No button stick. No button stick at all, which is great to see. No marks on the blade. No marks on the scales. Beautiful knife. The original is going to be $77. Next up, we have a beast of a knife from Kizer. This one is the, what's this one called? We're going to skip this one. I will come back to it later. For some reason, it's not showing up on my spreadsheet. I'll come back to this one. This is the Justice, but I don't have the price in front of me. I will add this back in the video momentarily. Well, after this batch of knives. Next up, we have the Kubey 245A Raven OS 10A blade steel, contoured G10 scales. Very good action. Very ergonomic. Again, fantastic condition, if not new. Jelly Jerry design. Does have some marks on the pocket clip. Price on the Raven is going to be $42. Next up, we have the Miguron Centurion shred carbon fiber inlays with some blue added to it. Inlays are done extremely well. Yeah, it feels really nice. This knife has great action also. Does have some marks on the pocket clip. So it has been carried, but the blade is in fantastic condition. That's a fingerprint around the thumb stud, FYI, it's not a scratch. Price on this one is going to be $175. Fantastic action on this knife. Guillotine action. Next up, we have the Miguron Keryx, or Keryx. I may be saying that wrong. K-E-R-Y-X. Beautiful condition. Same shred carbon fiber around the bolsters as the Centurion. Couple little tiny marks on the pocket clip, as you can see there. Nothing too major. One little mark up here. Little snail trail. Pretty significant snail trail down there, as you can see. Blade looks fantastic. Price on this one is going to be $170. All right, I got to scroll down the spreadsheet, guys. Bear with me. Moving on to the Oknife knives. First up is the Oknife Beagle. I really like this knife. This knife reminds me a lot of the, what's it called? The Kizer, shoot, I can't remember the name of it now, but it's made by Kizer. It's OEM by Kizer. Brown micarta scales feel really nice, just like Kizer's micarta. Feels just like a Kizer. 154 cm blade still. Ignore the fingerprints, but the blade itself is fantastic condition. Brand new base. They're all these Oknife knives are basically brand new. They're open box, I'll put it that way. They've never been used. Price on that one, the Beagle, I think I may have already said it, but if I didn't, it's $65. Next up is the Oknife Parrot, a little chunk front flipper. Again, never carried, brand new, beautiful stonewash. Price on the Parrot is going to be $67.50. Next is the Splint. I love the Splint. I had the orange Splint. I gave it away, and I did a giveaway and gave it away. This is a fidget monster right here. Never carried, never cut. The Splint is, what blade steel Splint? N690 on this one. G10 scales. G10 on this one, micarta on that, on the G10 on the Parrot, micarta on the Beagle. G10 on the Splint. N690 blade steel on the Splint. N690 on the Parrot. 154 cm on the Beagle. The price on the Splint is going to be $62.50. Next we have, this is one I never had until this one got here, the Oknife Drever. Orange G10 scales, black wash finish on the blade. Amazing action, man. Amazing action on this one. Very ergonomic also. N690 blade steel. Price on the Drever is going to be $57. Very, very ergonomic. Contoured scales, flipper, and thumb stud action. Super smooth. Next we have a beast from Oknife, the Oknife Zilla. I think they meant Godzilla and they left God out of it because they didn't want to offend Christians, because this thing is a monster. It's an absolute monster. Beast of a knife for you larger guys out there, but it also has monstrous action. Look at this. Straight guillotine action. This reminds me of the Kizer Sheepdog. Really does. The way the action feels, the weight, the size, everything about this reminds me of the Kizer Sheepdog. Yeah, it's so good. You can reverse flick it, even though it doesn't have a fuller, because you got so much blade there to get your middle finger on. Super easy to reverse flick. Great action. 154 cm blade steel, G10 scales. Price on the Zilla is going to be $65. Again, new, never carried, never used. All right. Oh, sorry. Bump the camera. Next up, we have a Pena. The Pena Zulu. This is an Urban EDC exclusive with the Sigahai. Somebody correct me if I'm saying that wrong. Milling in the titanium. N390 blade steel. Excellent condition. Blade looks... I don't see any marks on it at all. Beautiful condition. Great top flipping, front flipping action on this one. Price on the Zulu is going to be $275. Kind of that modern traditional thing going on here, which is most Penas for the most part. Beautiful knife. Buttery smooth action. All right, next up we have, where are we at? Petrified Fish Zero. I've had this one on the channel before. This was like their 2021 knife of the year or something like that. You have G10 on this side, aluminum on this side, 154 cm blade steel, excellent access to light bar, extremely smooth action, flipper, really good action on this knife. I mean, it'll just drop on you, as you can see. Price on the Zero is going to be $65. Next up, in my original video where I unboxed this knife, I missed something. The seller pointed it out to me. This is the Protect Malibu. I missed this little spot right here. See that little spot? It got nicked right there in the corner. The I'm not sure if they Cerakote or what they do to the aluminum, but it's got a little mark right there. You could put a little bit of Sharpie on that, it'll completely vanish. But other than that, there's not a mark on it. Sad thing is, he loaned this knife to someone and they did it. Kind of sucks. But other than that, the knife is brand new. Got hit by another knife right there on the corner. Price on the Malibu is going to be $250, which is really a great deal for this knife. That little tiny mark doesn't really affect it, especially if you want a user, an affordable user for a Malibu. Here you go. And it has the texturing, which makes it so much better than the regular one. The regular one has zero traction. This thing is so grippy, feels so much better in hand. 20 CV blade steel, just a great knife. Some of the best button lock action you're going to feel on a knife is the Malibu. $250 for the Malibu. Next up, we have the Frag Titanium QSP Penguin, anodized blue with the black wash finish, 154 cm, brand new, never used, never carried. Such a good knife. I love the Penguin. If you guys have been here for a while, you know how I feel about the Penguin. One of the best bangs for your buck out there, whether you go with the budget version or the premium. Just some of the best money you could spend on a knife. The Penguin's going to be $90. Next, we're going to move on to a very expensive knife, but it is expensive for a reason. This is the creme de la creme of Sharp by Design Mini Tempest. This is the one. Gold dark matter inlays, Damascus steel. It's not Damascus. Damascus steel blade, brand new, never used, never cut, never anything. Absolutely gorgeous. So good looking. The action on these knives is best front flipping action you're going to feel. So good. I don't want to do it too many times looking through a camera because I don't want to risk dropping it. But God, I love this knife. These were originally $575. You can no longer buy them. They're no longer being made. This one is new, and it is still $575. So good luck finding one in the future. It's expensive, but if you're in the market for this knife, you understand. You get it. You get it. Next up, we have the TwoSun TS208. This one is micarta scales and D2 steel. And this comes in a package with the TS89, which is also D2, and this one is G10. Both of those knives for $70. Both are in new condition, like new condition. Let me show you the other one. These two are a combo. $70 for the pair. All right, next up we have the TS217 from TwoSun. Awesome knife. Titanium, carbon fiber on the bolsters, titanium pocket clip, back spacer, front flipper, and hole deployment. Oh, stop looking through the camera, Jamie, and look at the knife. The TS217 is also D2, and you can pick this knife up for $67.50. That's a lot of knife for $67.50. If it was M390, it'd probably be a couple $100 if it was another brand. Great action, too. Oh, where's the hole at? I'm having trouble finding the hole, guys. Just got to stop looking through the camera. Look at those grind lines. Beautiful. Jelly Jerry design again. $67.50 on the TS217. We're going to do one more, guys. We're going to take a quick break and get something to drink and go pee, because I'm old and I pee often. Next up, we have the TwoSun TS226 14C28N blade steel, titanium with carbon fiber inlays. This one is amazing. It really is amazing. Beautiful knife. Even the carbon fiber looks amazing. You can feel the weave a little bit. Micro milling in the titanium. Another Jelly Jerry, titanium pocket clip and back spacer. Amazing action. Oh, I'm looking through the camera again. Front flipper, flipper, and hole deployment. This one for me is a little big to get to the front flipper, to be completely honest, but you know, I have smaller hands, so. But beautiful knife. Glassy, glassy action. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This one's a steal for what you get for the money. Your heart, show me something for $90. This is $90. Show me something even remotely close to these materials for $90. Good luck. All right, guys, give me just a second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, the old man is back. You know, you get old, you got to pee from time to time, you know, a little more often than you used to have to. And we are going to continue on with some more TwoSuns with a very, very cool TwoSun, in my opinion. An amazing TwoSun for the money. It really is. When you look at what you're getting with this thing, micro milled titanium, carbon fiber inlays, micro milled pocket clip, titanium backspacer, flipper action with a compound grind M390 blade steel. I mean, Jelly Jerry design, very ergonomic, classy, glassy, smooth action. $100. Show me who else can do this for $100. Please, somebody, point me in the direction. I would greatly appreciate it. Next up, we have the TS49. I like this one a lot too. Carbon fiber inlays, titanium frame lock, all tie construction, backspacer and pocket clip. D2 blade steel with a compound grind, kind of a Tonto, slightly Tonto. Beautiful grind lines. Yeah, amazing what you can get from TwoSun. $70 for this knife. Think about what you pay $70 for from Civivi or Kizer. I mean, it's kind of mind-blowing, really. Next up, we have the TS16. This is another one that's just a ridiculous deal. Titanium frame lock. Look at all the milling in that titanium. Milled lines this way, cutouts this way. All this milling here. This titanium's kind of polished. Titanium clip and backspacer. M390 blade steel with a beautiful sheep's foot blade. Yeah, pretty amazing. $92. $92. M390 titanium frame lock. Yeah. TwoSun, best bang for your buck out there. Next up, the TwoSun TS85. This one is D2. Yeah, D2 blade steel, titanium frame lock, titanium pocket clip and backspacer. G10 show side, very grippy. Textured G10, feels really good. Sheep's foot blade, which is, I love the blade shape on this one. Very ergonomic, feels amazing in hand. Not very heavy for its size. Price on the TS85 is $90. Next up, we have the TwoSun TS305. M390 blade steel, titanium clip, no backspacer, sandwich construction, 2 chunks titanium pushed together. So there's no backspacer there. That's just the 2 different sides put together. Carbon fiber inlays, front flipper, and hole deployment. Very, very nice. Talk about getting down and doing some chopping. The shape of this knife, the edge can get all the way down. Very ergonomic, contoured. The carbon fiber is contoured. Feels amazing in hand. Have hole deployment. Whoop, as I miss it, don't look through the camera, Jamie. Hole deployment and front flipper deployment. I really like this one. TS305 with M390 is going to be $105. Next up, we have the TwoSun TS263 14C28N blade steel, very contoured with these awesome micarta inlays that go up and wrap around the pivot. I love the way this thing looks. Holes through the scales here, the pocket clip, and also the blade. It's just an awesome looking knife, it really is. Very different looking, but I like the way this one looks. Front flipper only though, so keep that in mind. If you don't like front flippers, this one's probably not for you. You cannot use those holes to reverse flick it. Front flipper only. Price on the TS263 and 14C is going to be $65. Next up, we have the TS134, a tepe design with burlwood scales. Beautiful burlwood. Watch how that burlwood reflects and kind of shifts and shimmers when the light hits it. Beautiful. I love burlwood. It's very expensive to use in carpentry, but small pieces like this, I imagine, are much more affordable. But if anyone wants burlwood to do any carpentry in their home, it costs a fortune. It almost looks like it has glitter in it or something. Pretty amazing stuff. You have hole deployment and flipper deployment. We're going to go with the hole. We always go with the hole. Tepe design, liner lock. Excellent action, excellent ergonomics. Price on this one is $57. Next up, we have the TwoSun TS228 14C28N carbon fiber inlays, titanium pocket clip and backspacer, milled pocket clip, and milled titanium. Look how it it's milled down, it curves up. Very, very cool looking knife. Flipper action with a leaf shape or spear point blade, I would say. You can also reverse flex this one. Very good looking knife, in my opinion. Very pokey. Got a compound grind out at the tip there, as you can see. Awesome knife. Price on this one is going to be $97. Next up, we have the TS204 from TwoSun. This one is CPM S90V white. This is a good looking knife. I got to say that right off the bat. White G10 carbon fiber bolsters, red G10 collars, titanium clip and back spacer, Warncliffe blade. Kind of thicker this way, but not heavy because the liners are very thin. They're titanium also. Scales are a little thicker, but everything else is kind of thin. It makes it feel extremely good in hand. Utility cutting beast. Another tepe design. Excellent action. Classy smooth action. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Price on this one is going to be, the TS204 is going to be $79. Next up, we have the TwoSun TS201 14C28 blade steel, blue G10 scales with a pill ply carbon fiber overlay that's been milled, G10 backspacer, flipper action, larger knife but extremely comfortable. Got a little poon going on there. Who doesn't like a little poon in their life? Look at that. About took my thumb off. Gotta be careful, make sure that flipper hits my nail when I'm looking through the camera and doing this. I may have cut myself, did I? No, I didn't. I thought I might have. That thing dropped quicker than I expected it to. I lost my spot. I kind of lost where I was at because of that. Let me figure out where I was at there. Okay, this is TS201 14C28N. The price on this one is $45. Next up, the TS39. D2 blade still. Look at the milling. Look at that milling on the titanium. Titanium pocket clip and backspacer. Beautifully milled scales. Frame lock. Flipper. Interesting blade shape. I'm going to call it a sheep's foot. You can call it what you want. Yeah. Amazing knife. Amazing knife for the money. Price on this one is going to be, I lost my spot again. The TS 39 is $73. Titanium frame lock for $73. TwoSun's amazing. All right, the next up is the TS135. I really like this one a lot. I've been tempted to buy this one, honestly. But I like lighter weight, sleeker knives, right? Titanium with these carbon fiber kind of inlay overlays. Carbon fiber sticks up slightly above the titanium. Makes it feel really good in hand. Flipper only. Nice sheep's foot, kind of reverse tanto blade with, see how the blade kind of curves up at the tip right there? Bends up a little bit. Interesting. Utility cutting dream. Extremely good action. Just completely drops on my thumbnail. Make sure it hits my nail, not my skin. Yeah, I really like the TS135 a lot. M390 blade still, $75. $75. Hard to believe. All right, I got to scroll down on the spreadsheet here, guys. We are done with TwoSun. We are moving on to other things. Next up, we have the Urban EDC Supply Nessie with the Sigaha milling. This is a bigger knife, but this is a knife I never had in hand until it came in for the sale, and I really like this knife a lot. Action is redonkulous. Of course, it is OEM by Riat, so that's kind of to be expected. Flipper action only, but not really. See how much blade sticks out right there? Just put your middle finger on it. Well, Don't do it under camera. Put your middle finger on it, give it a little flick. Yeah, but just, if you're not holding the camera and trying to look at it, it's much easier. Yeah, yeah, very easy to reverse flick it. Titanium frame lock does have some snail trails on the clip there, as you can see. Couple snail trails on the scale there, as you can see. They don't show up on this side where it's been milled. I think I already said M390, but if I didn't, M390 blade steel. Price on the Nessie is $285. Next up, we have a Vosteed. Probably very similar to the Nessie, honestly. Probably my favorite Vosteed I've had in hand to date, which surprises me. But when you consider what you're getting, this green micarta, copper bolsters, these are quick studs that were added. You can take those off if you don't want them, because honestly, you don't really need them. You can do the same. This one's actually easier than Nessie. Put your middle finger on it and just flick it out. No need for thumb studs, but they are included. Ridiculously good action. Still has a flipper too. M390 blade still. I mean, it's hard to believe. 120 bucks for this knife. M390 with action this good. You can use the thumb studs if you want. They work really well, but just take out the set screw. Those will come off if you don't want them, and you can reverse flick this knife super easy with no thumb studs. 120 on the Nightshade. Next up, we have the CMB made knives Predator V2. Brand new. Axis lock action. 14C28 in blade steel. Micarta scales. Black wash finish. Extremely ergonomic. Amazing knife for the money. $55 for the CMB Predator V2. Next up, we have a Civivi Cogent burlap micarta scales. Again, 14C28N. Front flipper with thumb set action. Very good action. Very ergonomic. Great buy on this one. $50. Next up, we have the Oknife Heron L1. Bigger knife, flipper action with a compound grind, hollow on the main edge and a flat out by the tip. Flipper and reverse flick, G10 scales. D2 blade steel on this one, but it is coated, so not as much of a concern. 40 bucks on the Heron L1. Next up, we have the Vosteed Grind. Micarta scales. 154C in blade steel. Amazing action. 3-hole adjustment on the Omega springs. I currently have this on the weakest spring point because I think it feels the best. So as the springs get weaker over time, you can just move it up, make them stronger. Price on the grind is going to be $55. Next up, we have the Tactile Knife Co. Rockwall. This one is the limited golf ball milled edition. Magna cut blade steel. This knife's basically new, never cut anything, done anything. Beautiful knife, made in the USA. These were $330 to buy them new. This one is new, has the box COA 280 on the Rockwall with the golf ball milling. All right, guys, I got to reset things up. I'll see you guys in just a minute. All right, metalheads, I am back, and this should be the last part of the video. Try to go a little quicker here. This video is going to be super long, so we're going to jump right in here. First up on the list is going to be the Off-Grid Knives Black Mamba. Titanium frame lock. Beautiful milling on the titanium. M390 blade. I love this blade shape. Great knife, man. Good looking knife. Great action. Don't see too many premium knives like this from Off-Grid, or at least I haven't. And this one is in fantastic condition. Pretty much looks new. I don't see any marks on it at all. Price on the Black Mamba is going to be $200. Next up, we have the TwoSun TS191. Beast of a knife. Those are fingerprints. My fingerprints, by the way. Excellent condition. Other than my fingerprints up there on that swedge. Titanium and carbon fiber. This one is D2 blade steel. 60 bucks on this knife. That's a lot of titanium and carbon fiber for 60 bucks. Next up, we have the TwoSun TS385. front flipper. Very cool looking knife. Got like a G Mascus inlay in there. Micro milling on the titanium pocket clip. Beautiful stonewash finish on the blade. This one's on the smaller side, but still a great little knife. I'd consider this kind of a gentleman's carry. Great front flipping action. Price on the TS385, 14C28N by the way, blade still, is $75. Next up we have the TwoSun TS180, Burlwood. This one is also 14C28N. Liner lock. Great little knife. Price on the TS180 is going to be $50. Next up, an amazing TwoSun. This one is the TS190, M390 blade still. Beautiful grind lines, beautiful milling on the titanium. Titanium pocket clip and backspacer. Bigger knife, but man, great action on this one. TS190 and M390 is $80. Unreal. All right, next up we have a couple flashlights. We have the titanium TS LED03 from TwoSun. Price on this one is $30. And next up we have the TS LED05 from TwoSun titanium flashlight. Price on this one is $40. Next up we have the Kizer mini Sheepdog flipper. This one is the, what blade still is this one? Yeah, CPM 4V on this one. Does have an upgraded pocket clip on it. Some use on this, not a whole lot of use. This one was a Knife Center exclusive. Very good action. Price on this one is going to be $60. Next up we have the, gotta scroll down on my spreadsheet here, the Spyderco Yo Jumbo S30V blade still, like new condition. One thing I did need to point out with this, came in a big box of knives, and this one was kind of on the bottom, so the box got a little smashed. But the knife itself is in excellent condition. Big old Yo Jumbo. She's a jumbo for sure. Price on the Yo Jumbo is $160. Next up, Spyderco Para 3. This one is the one with the Maximet with the gray G10. Does have a rock scale titanium backspacer and a Lynch deep carry pocket clip installed on it. Excellent condition. Price on this is going to be $220. Next up, the 3V version of the Dimco 80 20.5. This one is the linerless version, the premium version. Like new condition. Price on the 80 20.5 is going to be $300. Next up, we have a Lingma Cuff 3.0. Comes in this pouch, not the original pouch. Price on the Lingma is going to be $240. Carbon fiber and titanium and LMAX blade steel in like new condition. Great action. Great lightweight little knife there. Really like that knife. Next up we have the ZT0462 with the carbon fiber that has red in it and titanium. The ZT is 20 CV blade steel. It is straight guillotine action. Super smooth action. Ooh, about to cut myself. The 0462 is going to be $250. Next up we have the Urban EDC Supply F5.5, the brown micarta version, M390 blade steel. Price on this one is going to be $200. Next up we have the Civivi Bullmastiff, mini Bullmastiff, 9CR 18 MOB blade steel, G10 scales. Great little cleaver style blade there. I like this Civivi a lot. Great action on it too. Got a nice fuller for reverse flicking. Price on this one's going to be $35. Next up we have the Brian Brown Jaeger M. Comes in this pouch. Does have this COA in there. Stick the authenticity. Excellent condition. The price on the Jaeger M390 blade steel, by the way, is going to be $340. I got to do something real quick. Bear with me. All right, okay. Losing my spot here. All right, next up we have the Chavez 229, the Sangre 229, the Warncliffe variant. M390 blade steel, G10 and titanium skull pocket clip. It has the non-skull clip in the box. Price on the Chavez is $300. Next up, we have some scales. The Unlocked Composites. These are carbon fiber scales for the Kizer Mini Sheepdog. Next up, we have some more Unlocked Composites. These are carbon fiber scales for the Baby Banter. These actually have tweezers in them, which is really cool. Kind of give you like that Swiss Army feel to a Baby Banter, Civivi Baby Banter. Next up, we have some, the first ones were 40. The Baby Banter are 35. The Mini Sheepdog are 40. The Baby Banter are 35. These are the Sharp Grist Knives, Parrot 3 Super Grip Scales, G10 Super Grip Scales. Price on these is going to be $50. And then we have the Parrot 3 Titanium Scales. Price on these is going to be $50. Then we have a Rips Garage Tech Mokotai. Get that where you see it. Well, sticker wants to stay with it. Well, beautiful Mokotai clip. This is a wire clip replacement, Spyderco wire clip replacement. So it'll fit almost any wire clip knife. Like it fits on the Renegade Provision Co. GOM. $100 on that one. Next up, we have the Riat Exo 3V titanium micarta fidgeting fun. Makes lots of cool noises. $260 on the Exo. Scroll down here. Next, the actual Renegade Provision Co. GOM. This one does have the upgraded titanium pocket clip. An amazing knife. Truly an amazing knife. Riat made some of the best action you're going to feel. Excellent ergos, excellent action. M390 blade still, $290. Next up, the Tuya Big Belly. This is a carbon fiber integral. It's all one chunk of carbon fiber on the handle. Titanium pocket clip. M390 blade still. Excellent crossbar action. Very comfortable in hand. The Big Belly is going to be $240. Next up, we have the Best Tech Exploit. Beast of a knife. Todd Knife and Tool Design. Has my fingerprints on it. Those are not scratches, I promise. S35 VN blade still. Price on the Exploit is going to be $215. Next up, the QSP Penguin. 154 cm titanium frame lock. Penguin is going to be $85. Next up, the Microtech Dirac. This knife was sent off to Microtech to get serviced. It was just recently serviced by Microtech, and it's functioning perfectly. It's never been used, never cut anything. Double edge. Blade steel on this one's 204p. Great little lightweight EDC knife. Weighs like 2 ounces. Price on the Dirac is going to be $255. Next up, we have another made in the USA, the Spartan Blades Palace. Big old button lock. Aluminum scales, titanium clip. Blade steel on this one is S45 VN. Smooth action on this knife. Not very heavy for its size either. Price on the Palace is going to be $240. Next up, we have a budget Spyderco. The Spyderco Astute, little mini Spyderco, super lightweight. Liner lock. Snappy D10 on it. 8CR13 MOV blade steel, G10 scales. Price on the Astute is $40. Next up, we have the Best Tech Lion, D2 blade steel, G10 scales, stainless steel liners and pocket clip. Skull crackers, aka glass breaker maybe, or lanyard hole, whatever you want to call it. Heavier knife, heavier use knife. Price on the Lion is going to be $40. Next up, we have the Benchmade Foray. Great buttery smooth axis lock action on this one. Really good action on this one. Very ergonomic too. Feels amazing in hand. It's a little thicker than like a bug out. More like an Osborne, I would say, in hand. Actually, it doesn't feel like an Osborne either. It feels really good in hand. It has a great action. What blade steel is this one? 20 CV blade steel on this. G10 scales. Price on the Foray is going to be $140. Faux real. $140. All right, scroll down some more here. Next up, we have the Cold Steel Holdout, a thin little, super lightweight little Cold Steel. Thumbs that action. washers. It's on washers, not on bearings. It is a back lock. Got to be careful doing this one-handed. And super lightweight, very easy to carry. My fingerprints all over it. Yeah, those are not scratches. Price on the holdout, if I can get it to close without cutting myself. Price, and the holdout is also, what blade steel is that one? 4034 stainless steel. Price, G10 scales, price on the holdout's $45. Gotta mark my spot, I keep losing where I'm at. Next up, we have a made in the USA case Marilla, aluminum scales, S35VN blade steel, brand new, never used. Got some lube coming out. Flipper action, which works really well. Price on the Marilla is $85. S35VN, if I didn't say that already. Next up, we have the Artisan Cutlery Centauri, carbon fiber, titanium, thin, not very heavy for its size. Titanium backspacer pipe clip, front flipper, but can also easily be reverse flicked. But the front flipper works really well also. Super fun knife here. Bigger knife, but not very heavy for its size. Extremely lightweight for its size. VG10 Damascus blade steel. Price on the Centauri is going to be $150. Next up, we have the Spyderco Advocate. Titanium frame lock Spyderco with orange pill finish on the titanium. Beautiful orange pill finish. Thumb flicking action's good. Reverse flick is not good on this one. The Spidey flick isn't. It's kind of awkward. I mean, you can do it. Just to me, it feels awkward getting your finger in there by the lock bar. The flipper is actually what I prefer on this one. Thin, not very heavy for a titanium frame lock. M4 blade steel on this one. Price on the Advocate's $220. Next up, we have the Spyderco Patadees, little M390 liner lock Spyderco, lightweight, excellent access to liner, definitely got plenty of that going on, and M390 blade steel. Not the snappiest of detents on it, but you know, it is what it is. G10 scales, price on the Patadees is $150. Next up, we have the Benchmade Emissary. This is a prototype. This is an assisted knife. So that blade just flies out there. Then you got to use two hands to close this. Maybe I can do it with one. Yeah, I can do it with one. So it's just an assisted Benchmade, part of the Osborne family. Yeah, snappy. But there's a reason for that. It's assisted. So aluminum scales. Sandwich construction. You can lock it also. You can lock it out, so FYI. S30V blade steel, price on the prototype Emissary is $150. Next up, we have the Boker M4 Sherman. This knife is made from a M4 Sherman tank. Has burlap micarta scales. Beautiful Damascus blade that was made in the USA and then shipped to Germany to be built with the knife. Comes in this awesome display case. Blade steel is Damascus. I don't know which type. Price on this one is $425. Next up, we have a beast. The Demco 8020S has the original goat titanium scales on it, but it does include the box and the original carbon fiber scales. Brand new condition. Beast of a knife. Beast of a knife. Great action. Big, but not too big. I mean, if you got extra large hands, you'll love this thing. This one's not cheap. $850 on this one. It's cheap for what you get compared to what other people are trying to sell stuff for. By the time you add up the cost of the scales and everything, it's not priced over retail though. Next up, we have the American Blade Works Model 1 20CV titanium frame lock. Made in USA, made in my state of North Carolina. Price on this one is going to be $240. Next up, we have the Viper Storm, the Hinder Storm, Viper Knives Hinder Storm. This is a Hinder collaboration with Viper Knives. M390 blade steel, titanium, and G10. Very cool looking knife. Great action on this knife. Great action. Flipper and thumb stud. Snappy detent. Comfortable in hand. Price on the Hinderer Storm is $175. Next up, we have another Cuff 3.0. This one actually includes the original pouch in brand new condition. Just like the other one, carbon fiber, titanium, LMAX blade steel. Price on this one's $250. And last but not least, we have some Aramis Spyderco Shaman scales. They're G10. Price on these scales is going to be $30. All right, guys, that wraps it up. If you see something you're interested in, you want to buy, email me at bedcknifecell@gmail.com and let me know what you want. And I'll let you know where to make payment and what your total will be. If you buy more than one knife, you get $5 off each knife. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you want to see anything up close and you want me to send you some up close video or something of a knife, DM me on Instagram would be the easiest way for that. But to purchase a knife, just use the email address bedcknifecell@gmail.com, please. Also, I do have some more of these drivers available. The blue and white bit drivers. You want to pick one of those up, let me know. Cut you a deal on one of those and ship it to you with your knife. Thank you guys so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. I hope you all see something that you like. And also, if you see something you want to make an offer, feel free to make an offer. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one.